You've got two players who are just absolutely stubborn in their character and support picks, and they both love pressing buttons, so you never know what's going to happen. I would have liked to see a few more Electro Balls coming out from Madone, but understandably, when you have a character like Guard that has armor frames in the air with the JCA, it might not be something you want to do all too often, I guess. But anyway, I think our next game is going to be mid versus center. Nope, it's going to be center versus Koopa. It's going to be the turtle versus the guard. Enter really favoring this turtle this season. One of the prime examples of low tier mains in this community is Santa. I'm probably getting a few tips from James as well on the side. It's definitely gotten a lot more powerful as the season's progressed. And here we see Santa stuffing out any options from Koopa, frame trapping with that sidewire into the water pulse. Or the water gun into the aura sphere, I should say. And to schmoving his way in, but it's not going to matter because the CA is going to connect off of that dive kick. And Koopa actually with an insane life lead here. Although as I say that, Santa finding his way in, tries the 8Y, no dice, but the rapid spin's going to connect. Oh no, the 2Y not fully connecting. Gardevoir does have a really weird hurt box. Also a very floaty character too. Just calls out the grab with the 8X. All plus frames on the water spout. Santa doing really well challenging this bursted Gardevoir here. Manages to JX to avoid the Fairy Tempest. Oh, but you can't avoid that magical leaf there. Koopa taking the first round in this game one. Turtle's going to shrug it off. We have not seen that Latios called out quite yet. Insane chip can come out from this combination here. Water Spout, I should say, is a very scary move when you have the Wasserpurge jail around you. But Koopa showing no signs of fear, just throwing out all the buttons. Piercing moves with the 2X. Oh, Santa trying to walk forward to collect the nuggets, manages to get it, but lost a lot of HP in the progress. Or in the process, I should say. Does have meter though, so Mega Blastoise is on deck. Oh, tries to go for the big 8X. It's not going to connect, but I don't think Gardevoir has an option to punish. Oh, catches buttons with the 6Y. And here it is. Look at all this chip that's coming out right now. Insane. And you just go for the burst attack too? Oh, Koopa, you were pressing buttons? Oh no, you're dead. Although as much as I like this animation, fucking burst attack at 1 HP is a bit Resident Sleeper. Oh, Koopa answering back immediately in that field phase with the neutral Y into the Psy Shock. Koopa trying to push Blastoise away from that mid-range, in which it excels at, and Gardevoir does not want to be anywhere near around. The Umbreon Call going to catch the rapid spin. That's the Clarion is Koopa again trying to keep this Blastoise at full screen. Santa finds his way in with the Lost Purge off of the Latios, blocks this BA. Tries to go for the Demon Slayer, but the rapid spin is on deck. And now you got to deal with the defense down, which has been extended immensely because it connected with so much of the Lost Purge Joe. Koopa still showing no signs of fear, fighting back in the field with that JY. Oh, catches the Toys out of the air, isn't able to convert, wasn't ready for it. Santa on 1 HP. It's honestly a one-touch situation for both characters. Oh, and the instant bubble is just a little bit too powerful right there. Santa closing out that first game. Yeah, a very unfortunate matchup for Gardevoir. If you're stuck in the mid-range, it's pretty much just a two-touch situation for you. You got to be extremely careful. But we will see if Koopa makes the adjustments going into this game 2 over on Magic Cup Festival. Koopa winning the opening gambit with the JY. Santa is ready for those magical leaves though, manages to CA through them. Ooh, isn't able to avoid the CA there off of the jab. Koopa getting himself a nice little conversion there. Oh, but the sideway into the water gun combo bombos. Well, Santa armoring through all of those projectiles, but Koopa was ready with the 2Xs. Ooh, 8Xs to high profile the 2X from Koopa. Or is that low profile? I always get the actual terminology mixed up. I'm not sure what Santa was trying to do with that Aura Sphere. It decided to aim up, but it connected. Maybe didn't believe in the buttons. Regardless. Ooh, manages to anti-air with the Hydro Pump. Koopa trying to jump in. Slides into the DMs. Burst attack. Is it catching? It is. Koopa taking the first round yet again, but had to spend all of his resources there. And Koopa putting themselves in the favorable position, but not for long. Santa finding his way in. Back into the mid-range. Decides, don't want to deal with it. You're not letting me go far away, so I'm going to go close to you. Bit of CQC action coming out from Koopa. Oh, but tries to armor through the water spout. You can't do that. Mega Toys is out. Immediately goes for the burst attack. Santa just spinning to try and win, but Koopa winning the shift there. Oh, manages to get the spin and win there. Doesn't connect with the, I think that's 4-way? And just goes for the grab after the water spout. Very tricky situation. Big 50-50 there for Koopa. Unfortunate. Santa taking that round 2. But now it's Koopa with the full resources available. Santa still has about just a little less than half a bar to build. Oh, Koopa trying to avoid the 8Y by jumping out of it. It's not going to work out, unfortunately. The water spout plus. Umbreon Call is blocked. And here we go. The jail has been set up again. And yeah, that's a very scary situation. You want to try and get out of the Luster Purge jail, but the 6Y is always available for the toys. Or actual calls out the magical leaf with the Hydro Pump. And yeah, Koopa not really sure what to do here. Santa doing a little bit of trolling. I mean, Santa doesn't need to go in, sitting at a massive life lead. Decides to go in anyway, and this might be big bad news for Santa. Oh, suddenly it's been evened up. It might be a one-touch situation on both sides. Oh, narrowly avoids the grab. Oh no, whiffs. 8 seconds left on the clock. The Umbreon's just going to slightly connect. 3 seconds left on the clock. Koopa's going to go for the timeout. And manages to connect with the magical leaf. Excellent stuff. Taunt and getting punished. Yeah, Santa got hit with the taunt into body combo. Although I can understand what Santa was going for there. You have the life lead. There's really no reason to go in. Decided to go in regardless. I guess got bored of waiting. Despite playing a bunch of characters that have really good zoning pressure, Santa is a big believer of the go in and hit some stuff strategy. Likes to play the zoners as a rush down type of character. Oh, Koopa with a hard read on that grab. Manages to crush it with the 8x. Oh, that's actually connected? Oh no, big water pulse coming out. Oh, the shift is actually going to save Koopa there if there was no shift. Oh, manages to air tech away from the Luster Purge jail. But you do have to deal with the plus frames here. And yeah, that sideways is not going to be fast enough to avoid the neutral Y. I think if you hold neutral Y, it does that weird arc. Otherwise it goes straight, I believe, if you just press it. I don't know, I haven't touched Twice in a very long time. Goes for the bubble Oki, does Santa. It's not going to work out because the Umbreon is available for Koopa. Burst to clear. Koopa trying to make something happen. JCA is going to connect. Just goes into the 8x. Probably didn't believe that the angle was right for a burst attack confirmation. Tries to avoid the CA, but just gets clipped. Oh, tries to grab the landing frames, but Blastoise just lingering in the air with that JY. And the 8Y is going to close it out. Ooh, actually taking that game 3, I believe it was. That was actually really quick. What the hell? I guess Blastoise put out the big boy damage there. Okay, so going into game 4 here. I'm not really sure what Koopa has to do in this situation. I think Santa's sort of figured out a winning strategy at the moment in terms of just keeping into the mid-range, and this Latios pressure is insane. Like, because you can't jump back, otherwise you get hit by the Luster Purge. If you try and jump forward, you risk getting anti-aired. You know, if it's an Oki option, you got to just hold block on the water spout. Yeah, it's a very tough situation to deal with. But in these first few seconds of the round, you don't have to deal with that Latios, so you got to make the most of it, Koops. And the forward way is going to connect. Koopa's starting to build himself a fair bit of meter here. Just a little over halfway. Oh, no way. That 8Y actually connected, catching the vulnerable frames from that JCA. And to find his way in, but the Moonblast gonna push him all the way back. And Koopa's throwing out everything just to try and keep Santa as far away as possible. The Umbreon gonna catch those CA frames. And despite it all, Santa's managed to take the life lead. Oh no. Oh, drops it. 2Y's not gonna connect. Oh, that's a big JX. But Santa's now put himself into the Luster Purge jail. Doesn't have to worry about it though. Ooh, do you avoid this? Oh, you do, and you punish? Nah. Santa with the big JX, throwing it all the way back on Koopa. Okay, Koopa winning the field phase here, building a little bit more meter. Has Umbreon available, so there is the get off me option. Ooh, slides in to avoid the water spout, good stuff. Gets a nice little conversion and the wall splat, extra 30 damage coming out. Now Koopa has to be careful here. Ah, nah, the side Y is just a bit too strong on Blastoise here. Koopa tries to get out of the Luster Purge jail. Unfortunately, Santa just walking forward to push him back in. And now Santa's just going to wait out at full screen, just waste the rest of that meter on Koopa's side. Is losing the pressure from the defense debuff here, but it doesn't matter. Does have a round to play with, but decides he's going to try and close it out with this burst attack here. Or burst clear, I should say. Pressure. Ooh, the water spout. Using the last bit of the active frames into the plus burst attack and just ate away. Yeah, that's some very scary pressure there coming out from Santa. I don't blame Koopa one bit for not being able to handle it. GG's to both players regardless. It really is hard to deal with when you don't have too many players that actively try and play toys very well. And the one that we do have that is, in my opinion, the best Blastoise in Pokkén